You know that moment when you've just finished a long day, maybe work, maybe class, maybe just running errands, and someone you like looks at you and says, "So, how was your day?"
And your brain just stops, like a computer that suddenly freezes.
Exactly. You're standing there thinking, what did I even do today? Was it good? Was it bad? It was fine. I don't know. I can't remember anything.
And then you say those two words, those two terrible conversation-killing words,
It was okay.
followed by complete silence.
Awkward silence. And you're just standing there thinking, why can't I talk like a normal person?
Welcome to Real Talk English. I'm Maya.
And I'm Jake. And today's episode is all about one of the most common, most important, and honestly, most underestimated conversations in everyday English.
Talking about your day. By the end of this episode, you are going to know exactly how to answer "How was your day?" in English in a way that sounds natural, warm, and interesting.
Even if your day was completely boring, even if nothing happened, even if you just sat at home and watched videos,
Especially then.
we are going to give you a simple system, a real framework that you can use starting from today. No memorizing scripts, no complicated grammar, just a structure that works every time.
Let's get into it.
Okay, so first, Maya, why do people freeze when someone asks this question? It's such a simple question. 4 words. How is your day? Why is it so hard?
Right, and I think a lot of learners actually feel embarrassed about this. Like, this is basic conversation. Why can't I do this?
But here's the thing. It's not basic at all. When someone asks you how your day was, your brain is actually trying to do 3 things at the same time.
3 things simultaneously.
First, it's searching for vocabulary. What are the right words? What's the right phrase? It was productive. It was exhausting. It was a lot. You're scanning your brain for language while also trying to speak. That takes time.
And when you can't find the word fast enough, you panic. And when you panic, nothing comes out.
Second, your brain is judging the story before you even tell it. You're thinking, my day wasn't interesting. Nothing exciting happened. Why would anyone care about my day?
Oh, I know this feeling. You're basically criticizing yourself before you open your mouth.
Exactly. And third, even if you get past the first 2, you're already worried about what comes next. You think, okay, if I say one thing, then what? What if they ask a follow-up? What if I run out of things to say after 10 seconds?
3 problems all at once. No wonder people just say, "It was fine," and hope the conversation moves on.
And the good news is we have a solution for all 3 coming up.
Okay, Jake, you go first. Tell them your story.
All right, so this actually happened to me. A few years back, I was at this dinner. It was a work thing, and there were a lot of native English speakers there who I didn't really know. And a woman sat down next to me and said very casually, "So, what did you get up to today?"
Totally normal question.
Completely normal. And here's the thing. I had actually had a great day. I'd gone to this outdoor market in the morning. I'd tried some street food I'd never eaten before. I got a little lost in a part of the city I didn't know, and it was genuinely fun. I had a story.
So what did you say?
I said, not much. Just, went out a little.
Oh, no, Jake.
I know. She smiled politely, said, "Oh, nice," and turned to talk to the person on her other side. And I just sat there for the rest of the dinner thinking, I had a great story. I had all the words. I just couldn't organize them fast enough.
And I have a version of this, too. Mine was actually at an English class, which is embarrassing, right? The teacher asked everyone to share something about their weekend, and I had done something fun. I'd gone to see a film with a friend. Not a big deal, but it was nice.
And?
And when it was my turn, I said, "I watched a movie." Just that. Full stop. The teacher waited for more. I had nothing.
One sentence?
1 sentence. And I remember thinking, there's so much more I wanted to say. There was a funny moment where we got to the cinema and realized we were at the wrong screen. It was a whole thing, but I just didn't know how to start.
And this is the key thing. Both of us had good material. We weren't boring people. We just didn't have a structure.
Which brings us to the reframe.
Here's what most people don't realize, and this is the idea that genuinely changed how I think about small talk.
Talking about your day is not about reporting information.
It's not about giving a summary. It's not about saying everything that happened. It's not about being impressive or interesting or funny.
It's about sharing one real moment, one feeling. That's it.
When someone asks, "How was your day?" they don't want a news report. They want to feel connected to you. They want a small window into your world.
And you can give them that with one sentence, even if your day was the most ordinary day in the history of ordinary days.
A day where you spilled your coffee, sat in traffic, and ate a mediocre sandwich described with honesty is more interesting than a perfect day described with nothing.
Because people don't connect with perfect, they connect with real. Okay, so here is the system. This is what Jake and I want you to remember from this entire episode. 3 steps. Simple, repeatable, works every time.
We call it headline, detail, hand it back.
Step 1. The headline. Give one word or one short phrase that describes the overall feeling of your day. That's your headline. Not a full explanation, just the feeling.
It was actually a really good day. Or, honestly, it was exhausting. Or, pretty weird, to be honest. Just one honest feeling. That's step 1.
Step 2. The detail. One small, specific thing that happened. Not a list, not everything. Just one moment. One thing.
The best part was this coffee I had. The first sip was incredible. Or I had this really frustrating moment where I sent an email to the wrong person. Specific, real, one thing.
And step 3, hand it back. End with a question. This is the move that most people forget, and it's the most important one.
3 words. How about you? That's it. Those 3 words take all the pressure off you. The conversation keeps moving, and now it's their turn.
Headline, detail, hand it back. Let's hear it in action.
Okay, let's do a quick demo. Maya asked me how my day was. First, the bad version.
Hey Jake, how was your day?
Fine, pretty tired. Nothing really happened.
Okay.
See? Conversation over. Dead. Both people feel slightly uncomfortable. Nobody knows what to say next.
Now the same question, good version.
You know what? It was actually a pretty good day. I had this long meeting in the morning that I was dreading, but it finished like 40 minutes early, so I just walked around outside for a bit, got some air. It was one of those unexpected little wins. How about you? How was yours?
See the difference? Same day, same Jake, same amount of things that happened. The only difference is structure.
Headline: it was actually a pretty good day. Detail: this meeting finished early and I got to go outside. Hand it back. How about you?
3 steps, natural, human, done. All right, let's do 4 real situations, because your day is not always the same and your answer shouldn't sound the same either.
Scenario 1, the stressful day.
Bad version, it was really stressful. Full stop. End of conversation.
Better version, honestly, it was a lot. I had 3 things due by the afternoon, and then the system we use at work went down right when I needed it most. I'm still a little tense, to be honest. How was yours?
Same feeling, stressed, but now there's something real in there, a detail and a question.
Scenario 2, the good day.
Bad version, it was good.
Really good, actually. I went to this little bakery near my office that I've been meaning to try for months, and it was worth every second of the wait. I already want to go back. How about you?
That one makes me want to ask where the bakery is, which is the whole point.
That's exactly the point. A good detail invites a follow-up question, and suddenly you have a conversation.
Scenario 3, the boring day.
Bad version. Nothing really happened. It was boring.
Better version, pretty quiet, honestly. I mostly just worked and did some laundry at home, which sounds like nothing, but I actually really needed a day with 0 drama. How was yours?
Notice something important there. Maya didn't pretend it was exciting. She owned the boring day. She added one honest thought: I needed a day with 0 drama, and suddenly it's relatable and human.
You don't need an exciting day, you need an honest detail.
Scenario 4, the bad day.
Bad version, bad. Don't ask.
Better version, I'm not gonna lie, today was rough. I woke up late, things kept going wrong, and by 3 in the afternoon, I just wanted to go home. One of those days, you know? How was yours? Please tell me something good.
That last line, please tell me something good, is so human. Everyone has heard that. Everyone has felt that.
And that's what makes it land.
Okay, can we just talk about something for a second? Because I think there's something deeper going on with this question.
Go for it.
When someone asks, how was your day? They're not really asking about your day.
Say more.
They're asking, are you okay? Do you want to connect right now? Am I allowed to know you a little better? That's the real question underneath the question.
That's actually really true.
Think about it. When a close friend asks, it's completely different from when a stranger asks. Same words, completely different meaning, because the words aren't really about the day, they're about the relationship.
And when you share one real detail, even something small, even something boring, you're answering that deeper question. You're saying, yes, I'm here. I want to connect. Here's a little piece of my day.
And that's why "it was fine" feels so cold. Not because it's the wrong information, but because it closes the door. It says, I don't want to connect right now.
Even if you don't mean it that way.
Exactly. So when you use the structure, headline, detail, handed back, you're not just answering the question, you're opening a door.
But real talk, what happens when you still freeze, even with the framework? Because it happens to everyone.
It does. So here are 3 recovery moves for when your brain goes completely blank.
Recovery move 1. When you literally cannot think of anything to say. Just say this. It's a bit of a blur, honestly. I feel like I was just going from one thing to the next all day. That's it. That's real, that's relatable, and you've bought yourself time to think. Then end with, how about you?
Recovery move 2, when you start a sentence and don't know how to finish it. Say, I had this thing happen today. It's actually kind of hard to explain, but basically, and then figure out the rest as you go. Native speakers do this all the time. It's not awkward. It sounds natural.
Recovery move 3, when you said something boring and want to go back and fix it. Just say, actually, wait. The more interesting thing was, you can always redirect. You are not trapped by your first sentence. You can change course.
The goal is not perfection. The goal is connection. A small stumble doesn't ruin a conversation. Giving up does.
Okay, so remember that dinner I told you about? The one where I said, not much, just went out a little and watched the woman turn away?
The market day.
The market day. A few months later, different event, different person, same question. Someone sat next to me and said, so, what did you get up to today?
And this time?
This time, I said, actually, a really nice morning. I went to this outdoor market and tried this fried thing I'd never seen before. I still don't know what it was called. It was incredible and I can't describe it, and I'm definitely going back. How about you? Did you manage to get out at all?
And?
She laughed. She asked which market. We talked for 20 minutes about food and neighborhoods and getting lost in the city. It was one of the best conversations I'd had in months.
Same story, same Jake. Just a structure.
Just a structure.
Now we want to hear from you. This is the part where you actually practice, and it's easy.
What was your headline today? Just one sentence. Use the structure. One feeling, one detail.
It doesn't have to be interesting. It doesn't have to be exciting. Just honest.
Write it in the comments right now. We read every single one. And if you want, respond to someone else's comment too, because that's the whole point. Real connection.
One sentence. That's all we're asking.
If this episode helped you, share it with someone who's learning English, someone who always says it was fine and doesn't know why conversations don't go anywhere.
This is one of those small shifts that makes a big difference. Share it. In the next episode, we're going to talk about something that terrifies almost every English learner.
Silence. What to do when a conversation suddenly goes quiet, that heavy, uncomfortable pause, and how to bring it back to life naturally without it feeling forced.
It's a good one. We'll see you there.
See you there.